Victoria Myers, project manager for HITT Contracting. So our project had a very large EGD branding scope of work, and we went through a very long design process. We ended up coming up with a green wall. We thought that that would be a perfect option for aligning with the company's mission statement. So the design team came up with the image, and that's when we sent it out to, or had to start looking for subcontractors to complete that work for us. I had to do a good bit of research in a short period of time to find a subcontractor qualified within our system and qualified for the timeline and scope of work. So when I found Green Oasis, and you guys were quick to jump in on communication, and you were actually already looped in working with some of our other colleagues in interiors, that was a great sign, and they had great comments to provide on the experience of working with Green Oasis. We did send the design out to a few different subcontractors for pricing, and I think the biggest selling point was that timeline. You were able to fit within the short deadline that we had, and we're very eager to go through the design process and finalizing what the client was actually looking for. I think our deadline was only about 6 weeks long, so from design. So we got you guys on board. We engaged you with the design team directly to expedite the process, and within a day, you guys had us a shop drawing, which we got on a call and reviewed with the client and design team. There were some minor comments that you guys quickly went back to the drawing board, addressed, got us a new shop drawing. We were able to review. So the overall design process, even though it was extensive, we completed it within a couple days and a couple quick meetings, which was great. And so then fabrication took 4 weeks. The best part about it too was you guys fabricated, and then you also sent us photos of the installation kind of laid out in your space prior to shipping it to us. Not only did that let us kind of give it one more look and let you guys know if we needed anything adjusted, but it also was reassuring to see that what we were paying for and what you guys had said you were going to accomplish in 4 weeks, it actually came to fruition. So that was really neat. This product was a new product for myself, my team. I haven't worked with this before, and also for the client. They haven't, I don't think, had this in any of their spaces. And so it was a learning curve for all of us to kind of understand what the product actually was. We had 4 different types of moss, 3 different reindeer, and 1 flat moss. Green Oasis did a great job at explaining what the material is, that it is a preserved moss, which just kind of maintains the color, structure, everything as soon as it's installed, making it a super low maintenance product, which was great for the client to have in their space. Green Oasis also quickly sent us samples of the different colors of the reindeer moss that we were going to use in the installation. The installation was a 20-foot by 9-foot area. It was an image of the globe. It was in a recessed niche, and the client design team was very interested in showing the dynamic and the depth of the image, not just showing the map. So they wanted to have the continents be a little bit more proud of the vast ocean. So we had several layers of substrate on top of the final, I think, reindeer moss for the continents and flat moss for the ocean. The day after delivery, we started install, and we had an installer from Green Oasis lined up to come out from Texas, which was really cool. And upon arrival, we started unwrapping all of the material. Eric was really great at kind of including myself and my colleague. He showed us how everything goes together, and that was going to not only, upon completion, the owner came in and they were so pleased with just the first go around of getting the material on the wall, and that without even doing the final touch-ups. The wall is up and everybody's so excited. It still looks great. The color, the life that it brought into this space kind of gave the client that reassurance that their visitors would also really appreciate it. A lot of companies these days are focused on green and LEED. That this was actually a LEED project, and I think when you're trying to find signage, install materials, you want to pick things that are LEED green friendly, and especially for a company who works with other companies that are really focused on that characteristic. Having those features in your space almost as like a selling point, showing we do really care about this, and that's why we made the investment to have this in our space, is I think one quality that stuck with the client in going with that installation. You would never know that Green Oasis was out in Texas. I think that was one worry that I had when deciding to work with you guys, that you guys being out in Texas and fabricating in Texas, that you would get the material to us quickly on the East Coast. So you would have never known. You were able to make it feel like you were local in the way that you responded to all of our questions and install. I would definitely work with Green Oasis again. You guys were a great asset to the project. We were very pleased with the customer service that you guys provided, especially we did have one minor hiccup with the install where the multiple layers of the foam substrate, I guess you guys had, started to delaminate. And within one email and I think a phone call to Stuart, you guys had Eric lined up to come right back out to site to fix it, and it was smooth. You never would have known there were any problems with the wall. So 100% would work with Green Oasis again. You guys were great and so friendly to work with as well. Everything was so smooth, which is sometimes hard to come by with subcontractors.